What's up, guys? Michael Edward here, head trader at True Trading Group, and October 9th is a really good day. I'm really happy about my trading today, guys. I just made one trade. It was long Roku, and this is the epitome of trade line support. I'm going to cover with you guys. I'm going to go over something mental first, but this trade is all about the trade line and using the trade line to stay in winning trades longer. A lot of traders have issues with jumping out of winning trades too soon, and the stock continues much higher without them. If that's you, this video is for you, because I'm going to go over something with you that'll help you stay in a winning trade longer. First, I want to talk to you about just a little slight mental thing with Roku. On October 3rd, go back, watch my video from October 3rd. I opened a swing trade long Roku at 103.79. That same day, I sold 25% of the position at 106.80. I was holding on to the bulk of that position. Then on October 7th, Roku got rejected heavy at the resistance level that I felt we needed to break through in order for this trade to trigger. Let me go back. I'll show you. So here is that rejection day, okay, right here. That was the day that I exited this swing trade. Let me zoom back. I'll just give you a quick little update, guys. Okay, so right there was my entry on the swing trade, 103.79. Right there was my first take profit, 106.80, and then right there was where I got flat at 106.03. And the reason why I got flat there on the swing trade from this entry was because of how aggressively we got rejected at this resistance point. This is a resistance level that I felt we needed to break through. It's like the 110 to 111 area. As I zoom this out, let me go to a 15-minute chart so you guys can see it. Just recapping this for you guys. There's the resistance. Okay, that's the level I felt we needed to get through, and we got stuffed at that level hard on October 7th. So I didn't like how aggressively we sold off from that level. We didn't even try to go back and retest it. I mean, it was a complete reversal, and I was like, man, that's not a good sign. I'm still positive on the trade. I'm still up on the trade. Let me take my profits, and I'm going to bail. If the trade sets back up, I'll re-enter the trade. So yesterday, okay, Roku gaps down, but then pushes green and gets back towards 108, 109, and really puts this swing trade play back on. As I go to the daily chart and I zoom this in, you can see we had this like little rounded base bottom, and yesterday's action really put this play back on. So Roku was back on the watch list after yesterday's recovery, and then I wake up this morning to see Roku gapping up to 112, and I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. I was long this thing from 103.79, and I'm like, I just kept thinking to myself, I sold out at 106, and now here we are at 112. That's an extra 6 points, which is a lot of money, guys. I was still holding 1,500 shares before I got flat on October 7th, so that's a lot of money. So I was pissed off, but I didn't just get pissed off about it and forget it. I said, you know what? I sat there and I said, you know what, Mike? You're getting the gap up above that resistance level that you said we needed to get above. My analysis on the swing trade idea was correct. The stock is doing what I thought it was going to do. And now that we're above this level, I said part of the game plan from that swing trade, if you go back and watch the video from October 3rd, part of the game plan I said was, if we can get through this level, I'm looking for 115 to 117. That was my target. We ended up going to 118 today. Okay? So I'm thinking to myself that if there's another opportunity for me to get long here, I can still capitalize on a really nice move. There's still a lot of money to be made with this Roku. So let's not kick and scream. Let's stay focused. Let's look for another opportunity. And I got one today. I jumped all over it, and we nailed it. That's why I'm so happy to catch this move because I got shaken out a couple days ago. So to be able to come back, stick with a good trade idea, not give up on a good trade idea, but stick with it and get back into the trade. I'm really happy with the way that I traded this today, and that I had enough composure to focus, not be upset, and get back into the trade and catch the move that I was looking for a couple days ago. All right, so let's get now to that's the mental part. Let's get to the technical part. All right, I'll zoom in here so you guys can get a better look. So here we are gapping above this resistance level, the 110.50 area. Okay, so the game plan today was if we get a pullback off the bell, I'm going to look for that area to become support. If it holds, I'm going to get long and look for a move up towards 115 to 117. That's the game plan. Well, this morning we gapped up, we pulled in, and we found support where? We found support at the 50 Fibonacci level, the trade line, and that previous resistance level. So that previous resistance is now acting as support. But I also have the 50 Fibonacci there, and I also have the trade line there. Notice how the trade line the trade line is the 9 exponential moving average for me, guys. That's this yellow line on your screen. So here the trade line comes into play. The trade line just kind of catches the stock at that support level, and what does it do? Pushes it back above VWAP. Okay, so once we push back above VWAP here, I'm saying to myself, okay, that trade line support is strong. And if it's not the trade line, I've still got the 50 Fibonacci level underneath me, and I still got that previous resistance level underneath me that could create an area of support in case it's not the trade line. But in this case, the trade line was strong enough to push us back above VWAP. And once we got back above VWAP, I got long Roku right there at 112.11, looking for a trade line VWAP crossover. I'll take you guys to my trade announcements. Here you guys can see long Roku, 112.11, stop loss that 111 area. All right. So the first take profit target is going to be what? The initial morning high. Okay, usually always is. All right, there's your initial morning high. So right here's the entry. We push up. We get up right up to the initial morning high, and bang, I dropped 25% of my position right there at 113.20. Okay, so it's 25% of my position off the table. We then break through the high of the day and extend higher, and I take more profit off the table, the bulk of my position, half my position off the table at 114.30. All right, so half my position off the table at 114.30. And now this is where the trade line really comes into play on how it can help you stay in winning trades longer. The trade line is a momentum indicator, okay? It will tend to act as support when a stock has clear momentum to the upside, and it will tend to act as resistance when a stock has clear momentum to the downside. So when you can identify the trade line support when you're long, it's a really good indicator for you to use to help you stay in a winning trade longer. Now at this point, I'm holding on to 25% of my position. We just broke through the initial morning high. When that happens, we look for the initial morning high to act as support, which you start to see. This was perfect because we needed the initial morning high to hold support long enough for the trade line to catch up. Okay? We held support long enough for the trade line to catch up. As you can see here, for about 6 candles, this initial morning high is holding. That gave the trade line time to catch up. And as soon as the trade line caught up to that initial morning high, bang, we get a new high of the day. That action right there was my confirmation that this trade line support is strong. Okay, it's strong. Here's your trade line VWAP crossover. Okay, there's where the trade line crossed up over VWAP. And then it came up here, lined up with the initial morning high, and bang, gave you a beautiful new high of the day. That was confirmation this trade line is in play. And once I saw that, I'm saying, guys, I'm going to hold on to this, and I'm going to ride this trade line. And boy, did we ride this trade line. Look at this support at the trade line. This thing held support at the trade line for about 2.5 hours. Okay, it was incredible. Okay, and I went ahead and took my final profit off the table right there at 116.41 for my final take profit. And that is how you can use the trade line to stay in a winning trade longer rather than jumping out of the trade in here, in here, in here. Okay, you can use that trade line to stay in that winning trade longer. Even though I did that, I still left some on the table because we ended up going all the way up to 118 later in the day. But from here's the entry, there's the final take profit. That's a huge chunk of that move. And it was a home run trade here today. A lot of people in chat took advantage of this. Some people bought the stock with me. A lot of other people ended up buying call options on Roku, and they capitalized on that trade as well. So I was really happy with the whole team today. Everybody traded this really well. But I'm really, as good of a technical lesson as this video and this trade is on the trade line and using that trade line to stay in winning trades longer, I'm just really happy with myself today mentally to have the focus and the wherewithal to get back into this trade and catch this move. Otherwise, I would have been so pissed off to have watched Roku go to that 117 level that was my target on the swing trade when I entered it on October 3rd. To watch it get there and me not be in the trade anymore would have been very upsetting and very frustrating. So to get back into the trade today and still catch a piece of this move is very satisfying. So I'm stoked. It was a good trade. It was my only trade of the day. Tomorrow, U.S.-China trade talks are picking back up. All right, so get ready for some headlines on how those talks are going. It'll probably move the markets. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. Take care.